Kia ora. My name is Inez. For 7 years I've been supporting and helping Māori families to find a pathway to home ownership and Māori land, whenua Māori. And I've been doing that by creating content, sometimes very imperfectly, but by creating content and trying to create a space where we can tap into the resources that we need to achieve that. On Wednesdays, we hold space for hope. On Mondays, we hold space for our grief. And I open a virtual centre on here with videos, like a trigger, like a reminder for you that you have somewhere, even if just metaphorically speaking, somewhere to unpack your grief, your sadness, your thoughts and feelings that are holding you back. And on Mondays, well, that's what we do. We park our grief at Grief Centre on Mondays. On Wednesdays, today, we relearn or repractice hope. That's what we're doing today. I come here in this virtual space just to talk to you, have a chat, have a cup of tea, and remind you that hope is a practice. It is a learned behaviour. Feeling hopeless or helpless is also a learned or taught behaviour. It's not natural. It's not, meaning it's not how we're born. We're not born feeling helpless and hopeless. Systems teach us to feel like that, or they punish us for having too much hope. So on Wednesdays, you can come here on my page and be reminded that you are allowed to learn hope. It is a practice, though. It is a behaviour that we nurture. And it starts out as a little spark or a little glimmer. And at first it might only be a minute. It might only be 30 seconds that you tap into this video and then go away and do something else. But I felt like if I reminded you every week that this is your day to ignite that spark and then to grow it and blow it and blow it and blow it until it turns into a raging flame inside you, then this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to show up on Wednesdays and remind you of that. Because if we practice it 52 weeks of the year, even if just one day a year, I don't see how it can't get better. And I chose this time of day actually because the beautiful light streaming in the sun. It just keeps getting brighter and brighter. So I thought this would be a good day, a good time. And so hope is something that when we get into autopilot, often autopilot feels like nothing particularly bad, nothing in particular often. You know, we can become conditioned to unfeel and detach. Let's call it for what it is. That's part of capitalism, right? It's a system that encourages we, to detach from the whole self, because then we become productive. And when we become productive, we are more inclined to get into routines that serve others, other people we've never met. Countdowns, Pack and Saves, Westfields, Coca-Cola, all these big companies. Most of the time, the people you serve, you've never met and don't relate to. It's another quarter for another time. I'm trying to say, in order for us to be productive, we have to buy into grind culture. For us to buy into grind culture, often there is a whole system in place so complex that it's all around us. And at the heart of that is the encouragement and the conditioning that we forget ourselves so that we can commit to the grind culture and to the productivity that makes other people, other businesses thrive. So imagine turning that back into yourself. Imagine turning that commitment, that grind, that effort back inwards to yourself and to your whānau and to your children. Imagine what would come from that, what dreams you'd be able to achieve, what goals you'd be able to achieve, what debts you'd be able to wipe out, what kind of house you'd be able to build, what kind of health you'd be able to flourish in, and what kind of dreams you'd be able to bring into reality. By tuning in toward yourself rather than just continuing with the grind of going in one direction, of serving, exclusively the system. We all need to work and provide for ourselves, kei te pai. But you don't have to lose your hope along that journey. And so Wednesdays we come here for a little cup of hope. Mondays we park our grief, park our raru, park the things that are holding us back, metaphorically. Say, tell Monday, you get to hold space for my grief. Give yourself a moment, cry, feel bad, embrace it all. Don't do anything about it, just acknowledge its existence. And then say to Monday, or me, because I show up on Mondays by video, say, take care of this for me. I'll be back for it next week. Yeah. Come back next week. Have another cry on Monday. Dwell in your raru, dwell in your pain on Mondays. Learn to keep it there so that your life doesn't feel overcome or overwhelming by what might be your reality right now. And then get on with the week. But Wednesdays, we grab a little glimmer, a little spark, anything. And I call that hope right now, but it could be something else. You might call it something else. And as much time as you give to your grief or your feelings of hurt, shame, embarrassment, hopelessness, or overwhelm, now on Wednesday, give yourself that much energy to something that gives you a glimmer of hope, something meaningful. You're doing so well to get to Wednesday where you're at. And I just say that because sometimes you just need to physically hear that. And then on Friday, that's when I'll show up here with you in whatever way. It's a video or audio or live. And I prompt you to remind yourself to get creative. I get creative. That's where I find my freedom. I find myself in making things. But you may find yourself in being free for a moment, for 10 minutes or half an hour. You might go and be free. You might be a badass and just not do the dishes on that day. You might play. Just play. Get dressed up. Put makeup on. Do your hair. Play rugby with your kids. Run. Play with the dog. Have something that is unstructured and remind yourself that your existence isn't here just to be part of the grind culture. And there is purpose behind this plan that I'm putting together for you. On Fridays, Creative Fridays, I come. I create on that day, and you can share space with me and time. Get free, play. It's to remind yourself that you're in control of your time and your energy, because that's what it feels like to be wealthy. That's what wealthy people get. They get time to call the shots on their time and their energy and who they get to spend it with. And so through these practices, I want more people, more of us, more of our families to feel wealthy. And then after that, it's just making money. Feel wealthy first. Learn to think and make wealthy decisions, which is mostly about controlling your time and your fortune and how you feel for yourself. Being able to say, no, I don't have to do anything today. I am able to pick up my child from school, kohanga. I am able to just watch a movie. I don't have to do another 10 emails. That kind of behavior, that's wealthy people behavior. So our goal this year, Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, we turn those commitments to ourselves into practice. And at first, those practices may only last 5 minutes, and then half an hour, and then a day. And if every week we're showing up and giving time and space to those practices, then 52 times you have improved or tried to improve your mindset and your belief system. Yeah. And let's say each time we show up for ourselves each week, Wednesdays is for hope. We're practicing hope today and being hopeful and seeing and relearning the practice and the belief that something is there, something better is available for you. You're allowed it. That feeling, if we only shift our thermostat by 1 degree, right? 1 degree every time you practice this. Today is Wednesday and you're practicing with it with me now. Then after a year, that's 52 times, 52 degrees, 52% better, because you've practiced it, and every time you've gotten 1% better. Okay, 52% is huge. Imagine a year from now being 50% better off than you are today. 52% more money, so what you have, take half of it, add that on top. 52% feeling better and well. Yeah. I don't know, 5.2 kilograms lighter. 52% brainier, whatever, by showing up every Wednesday and practicing moments of hope and relearning it. Okay. So that's what we're doing right now. Yeah. while the sun shines in. And actually, after this video, I'm going to quit and go for a walk while the sun is still shining down from the top above. And so my ask of you right now is, well, first of all, if you can take this video, if you see it, and share it, and share that gift of reminding someone else to take regular time to cultivate the feelings and the beliefs that you need to thrive and feel wealthy in life. That's the first one. Number 2, maybe you can subscribe and put notifications on. Remember to turn up. Wednesdays, I post and create space for a midweek uplift and learn to feel hope. On Fridays, we create, and on Mondays, we park our grief and our raru, and we practice all of this. And then one day, if you're here to learn how to buy a house, or how to improve your financial wealth, or how to build on Māori land, if you've practiced resetting your belief systems and practice great mindsets, if you've practiced that first, those things follow. They follow easily too. So that's what we're here to do. Maybe I end here with something very real life. We have a Reset Your Money Thermostat group of clients that have joined up through my program, and there's a small group of them who I've invited to be my personal coaching customers from April until the end of the year. And one of the wahine offered to pay, and she has paid, for one other person to have their spot on my program and in the next webinar. She wanted to pay it forward to someone who potentially might not be in a position to pay for their own spot at the moment. And I knew the perfect person, somebody who has been showing up and engaging in every way, in all of the videos and all of the practices. That's the main thing, the practices. And today, it's not my offer. It's this beautiful wahine from the Kapiti Coast. I won't identify her because I haven't asked permission. But if she watches this, I just want to let you know that your koha of hope, was so gratefully received by this other wahine. And maybe one day, after our program's finished or what have you, there may be a connection there, but it was very moving to see someone who has fought and battled everything to achieve or to hold on to her legacy for her children, and someone who's given so much to so many people. You can tell. I can tell people who have always paid it forward without and remained faceless. And you can also tell those people who haven't received in that way a lot of times. But tētahi ki tētahi atu, someone who felt they were able to give that gift of paying for someone's program, paying it forward, just acknowledging your generosity and your deep koha. It's been received by somebody who definitely deserved it. And I know we'll make that and grow that and multiply that hua. So thank you. Thank you to the beautiful followers and clients that I have. yeah, sorry, just seeing people change and blossom just by having from one other person giving them that glimmer of hope has been, highlight of my work. And so, it's all very worth it. And so I'll keep showing up here. Mondays, we make space for you to park your grief and your sadness. And Wednesdays, plant a seed of hope. Yeah? Come here, spend some time. I'll encourage you to keep growing and blowing on that little fire till it shines inside you. And on Fridays, we create our own space. We plan to be free and we play. And all of those practices is what wealth is. And here on this page, that's how we do financial advice. Yeah. We know that wealth is a whole person experience. It's not just your money. And once we are whole, we are whole. From there, the money just comes. So, and then we just put practices. We just follow the instructions on the money side of things. And then it has somewhere to hold and be held with us. It's just another string in our bow. So kia ora, and thank you to the beautiful ladies who have exchanged koha and received today. You've made my day. See you on Friday.